and it just seemed to slide out. But I'm just going to start making this video because we have tried to get it out. I'm just going to demonstrate now how hard we've tried to get it out. So Samo's had a go. I'm a 17.5 stone man. I've had a go till my hands hurt. So we've exhausted trying to pull it out. Bear in mind this is just tap out. It's totally corroded inside on itself. So what we're going to have to do now is cut it out. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've cut the wheel studs off and the hub that's on the outside of it. And I've done that so that I can use these as pressure points for the tool that I've just made to pull this out. What I've got is a massive piece of steel here that's going to slide over there. I'm going to put a bolt, big bolt, which is that one down there, which goes with my bearing puller kit. But I didn't have nothing big enough to do this, so that's why we're using that. And we're going to have a go. Or what I did is actually sacrificed one of my bearing sleeves to weld onto the bit I cut out, because then that will fit. That will fit on top of our pipe, so if we can complete our puller. So we'll wait for this to cool down, because at the moment it is very hot, because I've just had to weld it up as much as I can, get some strength in it, which is even glowing a bit still there. So we'll let that cool down and then we'll give it a go. Okay, so this is a setup I've got. Big tube, bolt running all the way through it to the back, where I've got a spacer and a big nut. We've already given up with the 3-foot wrench. We're now on the massive, great big long lorry knuckle bar. The bearing still hasn't moved, so what we're actually in danger now of is actually breaking the tool that I made for it. But it's either going to go or it's going to break, so we'll give it a go, see you in a bit. Okay, so after a lot of beating, as you can see by the washer up there, a lot of beating, and I don't know if you can just see now the gap that's appearing there and the rust between the two. Okay Sam, keep pulling it out. And as you can see, I'm just starting to draw it out now. Here it comes. So we're back to our ratchet breaker style now. And there we have it. One bearing pulled out, and that was the rust that was stopping it coming out. Should have been an hour's work at the most, and we've had to sacrifice 2 bits of a tool, make a tool, cut all that off, but eventually we've done it. So let's have a look what we've got left up here. So that was the hole it was stuck in. Because we'd used heat early on, the plastic sensor went in there for the ABS, and obviously we've used heat, so we had to sacrifice that. Turns out the heat was no good anyway, even though we went for a whole bottle of gas on it. Heat didn't touch it on this occasion. But nevertheless, we've got there, so we'll clean it up now and we'll stick it back together.